you doing, everybody? We Know the Rock is back for another exciting episode about things like bubble tea. Neighborhood's called Strong Neighborhood. So we're going to talk to you a little bit about that today. As we do every week with this podcast slash video, we like to talk a little bit about certain restaurants in the neighborhoods that we go to. And then we like to talk about the neighborhood itself. And then obviously some real estate trends in and around that area. So this week we're doing Strong Neighborhood. And recently we went to
Tai Chi Bubble Tea.
Tai Chi
I love
Bubble
saying
Tea.
that. Here's a clip of me there.
And we're back. So that was Emily getting bubble tea.
Yeah.
So tell us a
Real
little bit about
interesting.
the experience.
Okay, so I had never had bubble tea before, but I love Asian food, culture, drinks, everything. Korean's my favorite. And so I gave it a try. It's actually based out of Taiwan is where it originated from. And essentially it's made from tea, obviously, given the name. But they mix it with fruit, milk. They have like the milk crush, which I think is kind of like a strawberry milkshake. I had the strawberry milk tea, and it had tapioca, chewy tapioca pearls at the bottom, which I wasn't sure I was going to like, but I did. It was really cool. The whole experience was awesome. I had the roasted pork poke bowl, which is awesome if you are gluten-free like me. Everything's rhyming today. I'm really enjoying it. So yeah, it was really, really good. Everything was fresh. As you guys saw in the clips, they had the live plants on the wall. I can't remember, but it has like a special name, like air garden or something. I'm just going to refer to it as a wall garden because that's what it was. But yeah, it was really nice. So.
Awesome. Now, I think everybody here is wondering who hasn't been to a bubble tea shop. Is it actually bubbly?
It is not.
No
I
bubbles.
think the bubbles are supposed to be, if you guys saw in that picture, you could see like the black pearls at the bottom. I think they kind of look like bubbles.
Nice. Cool.
So, yeah.
So, speaking of that neighborhood, so Strong Neighborhood is situated just about southwest from South Wedge, so in that region of the city. And it's gone through kind of a rebuild effort over the last few years. Maybe 4 or 5 years ago, they did what's called College Town there. Strong Neighborhood is aptly named Strong Neighborhood because it's right next to Strong Medical Center at the U of R Strong Medical Center. So there's a long row on Crittenden Road, which has all of the Galveston Children's Hospitals there, state-of-the-art medical science going on in our region. And it's actually our largest employer right now. Fact check me on this. 22 to 25,000, I believe, is the current employment count through Strong itself. A economic generator, economic force in our region. It's a really cool neighborhood because they kind of have, when they went and did College Town, they kind of rebuilt a lot of the Mount Hope, which is the main drag that goes through there. They rebuilt some restaurants on one side, some shops, made it more of a kind of a college town, as they say, experience there. So they got restaurants, they got a gym there. It goes right into the to the hospital, and then right next to the hospital, just to the west of the hospital on the river, is the U of R River campus. So it kind of is tied in that entire region. It's got a really robust neighborhood association there as well. So obviously, a lot of people that live there are students. And also residents or people that work at the hospital. A lot of people live in that area. There's also a contingent of people that have lived there for a very, very long time. So you'll see a lot of houses that come up are people that have been there for 20, 30 years. So again, because of that, they do have the very strong neighborhood association, which I think is important for when people are looking for neighborhoods around the area. One thing that happens every year in that neighborhood, which is called, or not necessarily the neighborhood, but tied to the U of R, is what's called Match Day. And that happens the third week of March every year. This year it's on March 19th. And it's when residents or incoming residents are matched with their programs coming out of medical school. So second that hits, there's all of a sudden a lot of activity in that neighborhood. A lot of listings come up on the market. We do work extensively in the Strong neighborhood, and we work with lots of incoming residents as well. Definitely something to take advantage of. It's kind of like clockwork, which is kind of nice. The values have been rise pretty significantly every year in that neighborhood over the last few years. And I do think that There's not a ton of, from the university standpoint, there's not a ton of housing or parking for that area as well. So that's why a lot of people like to have the access to the hospital. They like to be able to walk from streets like Clinton or Rossiter or Irvington or Raleigh. Those are all, a lot of the streets that have easy walkability to the hospital, which is definitely attractive for people coming in for 4 or 5 year programs that they start up with. So definitely rising prices leads to lots of activity, especially in the market we're in right now. So what would you say is an advantage? What is something that people can do when they are bidding on these properties to make their offers kind of stand out?
So there are a couple things you can do without actually adding any more money to your offer to make it a little more, a little more desirable. One of the things that have become really popular in the last few years is called a multiple offer escalation clause. So basically, you start out at one asking price and you have your cap. So let's just use this kind of number as an example to make it easy. So let's say you start out offering $100,000, but you're willing to pay 120 for this property. Every offer higher than yours, you go a certain escalation above that next higher offer up into your cap, which is 120. Hopefully, you don't reach your cap, but it helps, to make sure that you're not overpaying if you don't have to. Some people in this market get really eager and they're like, I'm going to offer $50,000 over asking. And then the next offer below yours is, only 15,000 over asking. So you just paid a larger sum than you had to. And sometimes an escalation clause can help that, especially in this market where sometimes we just don't know where a house is going to go up to. We do our best, and most of the time we're pretty spot on, but sometimes there's a variance, and that kind of takes that away.
Sure.
So,
And then also the
hmm
inspections too.
yeah, so Warren Engineering is somebody that I use a lot for my inspections. They're all engineers, and they are doing something now called a showing inspection or a pre-inspection. Um, what they do is they come with you on a showing, and they actually do a 30-minute inspection of the property. They're going to look at the big things mainly, like is the foundation rotting? Is there issues in the house that's major red flags? So if your main concern is if you're buying a house and is it going to fall apart on me pretty quickly? I mean, no inspection is perfect. It's not going to catch everything. It's just there is a fallibility there, but at least you're getting a peace of mind. It's 150 through Warren instead of the usual 450 for a full inspection, which is about um, hour and a half.
Hour and a half, 2 hours, something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
I don't know why I was thinking 3 hours, but I knew I was off.
Sometimes it can be.
Yeah, my brain is.
Depends on what type of property,
Yeah.
what type of condition the property's in.
Right,
So
exactly. So that's just one option. If you want to make a stronger offer by pulling your inspection, not having one, but you're still kind of worried about what you might be missing, a pre-inspection might be the way to go for you. So those are a couple different things that you can talk to us about if you're interested. There are other options too. I can't talk now. I need more caffeine, but yeah, that's the gist of it. So
cool.
yeah.
So we're out there. We're it's going to be, I think, a really exciting year. So far it has been, as far as real estate is concerned. There's lots of ways to, things we got to do to navigate it, and that doesn't mean that we have to take the excitement all out of the real estate home buying process. So we're here to help you, everything that you need. We are the dream home specialists here, so we're helping you out with all of your goals and trying to get a process together and a game plan together. And we'd love to be able to meet with you, your friends, your family. We appreciate the opportunity as always, and make it a great day and a great week.
Bye, guys.
See ya.